Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 633, we're going to talk about the power couple. Oh, that's funny, get it? Because power still... Anyway. Glacian and Rebecc. Now, this, if you have went back and read the Thran, you know all about Rebecc and Glacian. Be honest with you, I never finished the Thran because I was dumb and I had the paperback and I was going to read it on a car ride, and I was a chunk of the way through, and then we got there and I just threw it up in the dashboard. Yeah, big mistake. Anyway, we are all about some artifacts. Glacian at 6 mana, you tap Glacian and tap X untapped artifacts you control to look at the top X cards of your library, put one in your hand, the rest in your graveyard. So, he's filtering through looking for something. Now, Rebecc, on the other hand, is 4 mana 3/4. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. Of course, they both have partner. Now, Rebecc is actually the kind of what I built more around. Because if your artifacts have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. So if you've got a 1, 2, and a 3, all of your artifacts have protection from mana cost 1, 2, and 3. So this is beautiful. Because protection is debt, D-E-B-T. Damage gets reduced to 0. Enchanted, equipped, it cannot be. Blocked, it can't be. Or targeted, it can't be. D-E-B-T. So, my goal was, I want a field of unblockable creatures, artifact creatures, that are unblockable. So, what I did, I broke this down to show y'all based on, we're going to do the artifacts first, and then we'll get into the other cards. So, I broke it down based on converted mana cost, because that's what Rebecc cares about. And yeah, if we're just looking for something, we can cast Glacian. He's a really good blocker. For the ground. And, if we're just looking for that one converted mana cost that we don't happen to have, we've got it. So first, our first converted mana cost, we are going to start at 0. I guess first I need to move them and get the box ready. Yes, 0. Welding Jar is perfect for the deck anyway, because, we're playing somewhere in the neighborhood of 50-something artifacts. We have Turmoil's Crypt. The problem with running Turmoil's Crypt is, what if somebody doesn't have a graveyard? Well, the importance of running 0 drops in this particular deck is that way tokens can't block you. Can't block your creatures. You have protection from mana cost 0. Or your creatures do. So this way, just having the crypt out there makes it where tokens can't block you. And we also have, Seed of the Synod and the Darksteel Citadel. Those are also 0 CMC artifacts, even though they're lands. Because they're lands. I don't have the white one. That's, so let's move up to 1 CMC. You guessed it, there's a Soul Ring. Dispeller's Capsule, Court Homunculus. This is a 1 mana 2/2. There's no other way to look at it. Ashnod's Transmograte to turn something into an artifact, if you need to, and a Manifold Key. Now we're going to move on up to number 2. We have an Arcane Signet, a Thought Vessel, Sky Diamond, Marble Diamond, Ethereum Sculptor, probably one of the best quote-unquote mana rocks in the deck, just because it comes down on 2 mana. And at 2 mana, we're already at 0/1/2. That's a lot of removal. Now, granted, protection does not save you from board wipes and things like that, but, it is what it is. Vidalcan Outlander, 2/2 for 2 with Pro Red. I don't know if that's going to matter. But the idea is bodies, creatures in the red zone that can't be blocked. Just as aggro of an artifact creature deck as possible. Silver Mirror. Aethersworn Canonist is oh man. It's a monster of a card in an artifact deck. Then we have the Aethercast Knight. Now, I don't know the Exalted. It doesn't do much for me, but meh. So we go up to 3. So let's get the mana rocks out of the way, shall we? We have an Azorius Cluestone, Azorius Locket. We have Burnished Heart, which I consider a mana rock. I mean, yeah, it's a 2/2 when you need it. A Commander Sphere, Seer's Lantern. Now, there's a lot of these simply because Glacian's pretty expensive, and, you know, we're going on up the curve. Foundry Inspector, another good one. Field Miss Border Post. Bonder's Ornament. Opaline Unicorn. Chief of the Foundry, given our, you know, entire team +1. Shimmer Mirror, giving them flash. This was a have to right here. Had to put Shimmer Mirror. Love the downgrade to uncommon, by the way. That's beautiful. Manescape Reflector. I'll be honest with you, I haven't cast this card yet. My opinion has not been made on it. Yeah, it's tapped. Whatever. Activated abilities of all lands on the battlefield. That can be awesome. And it can be a dud, too. So, Golem Foundry. Hey. Let's make some 3/3s, shall we? Master of Ethereum. Boy, Master of Ethereum is, whoa. That's a big one. Or it could be. Probably will be. Skill Borrower. Aethersworn Shield Mage. Proto-Matter Powder. Getting one back. Spine Thopter, because, you know, it flies. Idol of Endurance. So now we're going to move on to 4-drops. You know, Master Transmuter, especially awesome for the combat tricks that ensue when you have the Transmuter and Rebecc in play and you're being attacked and you can trade one of the ones that you have, you know, one of your 3-drops for maybe something that is of that CMC that's attacking you so that you can block it and, you know, yeah. Sisei's Ring. You know we're hurting for mana rocks. When you see a Sisei's Ring, well, not really hurting for mana rocks. We got a bunch. But there again, Sisei's Ring protects you from 4-drops. And, you know, it does tap to add 2 mana. Esper Birds. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. 3/3 flyers. Sanctum Gargoyle. Returning an artifact back, and it's a 2-power flyer. Fairy Machinist. 2-power flyer. Now for 5s, we don't have a lot. I have the Glass Dust Hulk. It does cycling. And, you know, that ability is not bad. We might not want to cycle that. Let's look at our 6-drop. We have Sanctum Plow Beast, you know, plain cycling, island cycling, to go get whatever we might need. We have a Gargoyle that flies. Yes, 6 mana, 4/4 flyer is nothing to get excited about. But if you tack on protection from most things, it's not bad. And then we have an Armageddon Clock, because I'm Brian Canada, and I love that wacky stuff that's just like, what? Yeah, there are times when you just need to, yeah. Meteor Golem, I mean, it's a great card anyway, and it's a 7-drop. Darksteel Gargoyle ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Our other 7-drop is, you know, Platinum Angel, because why wouldn't we? It's a flying artifact creature, which is kind of what we're, you know, obviously signed up for. And, you know, that rules text is not bad. And our last one is Filigree Angel. Now, I had been looking to put Filigree Angel in a deck. I mean, 8 mana 4/4s. That's a big ask right there. I mean, yeah, it's a flyer. Uh, this is going to gain us an insane amount of life. This will take us out of the kill range most of the time. It's just by being cast. Um, so, removal wise, a disenchant, a negate, that's kind of where we're at. But let's look at our, artifact synergistic cards, shall we? I do have a Vidalcan Engineer. Taps for 2 mana. For this deck, 2 mana. Thoughtcast, Fabricate, the Vidalcan Archmage, play an artifact, draw a card. Not bad. Core Cartographers, just because we need ramp. To be honest with you, if I'd had like a Gilded Lotus, I probably would have put it in the slot. Really, probably would have. Frantic Salvage. Get any number of them artifacts from your graveyard on top of your library, which is not bad when Glacian can filter through them. Or maybe Glacian has filtered through them, and that's why you're frantic salvaging them back. Ojutai's Command, I mean, it's not really artifact synergistic, but it is a really good card. Ritual of Restoration, bringing it back. Roar of Reclamation, getting them all back. But Fun Times is the Mirrored and Besieged, right? Now, granted, this is an enchantment, it's not an artifact, so you have to main phase this. There's something about Mirrored and Besieged when it comes down, everybody knows. I mean, there's no secret message here. Everybody knows what you're trying to do. Because you're choosing Phyrexian at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card. Then if there are 15 or more artifact cards in your graveyard, target opponent loses the game. Glacian's going to do work filling up that graveyard. Yeah. This, I feel like, because it's never happened to me. I've never gotten the full use out of Mirrored and Besieged. I don't think I've cast it. But it seems like because you can cast this enchantment, you're going to choose Phyrexian and then go to your end step and pop a player. That just seems like you're going to get one player out of it, and then somebody else, they're gunning for it then. So let's look at our non-basics. We have the Command Tower, Evolving Wilds, Myriad Landscape, Rogue's Passage. Probably be good for that Master of Ethereum, right? Terramorphic Expanse, Tranquil Cove, Meandering River, Azorius Guildgate, and Azorius Chancery. And that is it. Did I not put an Evolving Wilds in there? Wow, Canada. No Evolving Wilds. Well, that is it for Rebecc and Glacian. To be honest with you, it's some of those characters that I didn't know I wanted until I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, Rebecc and Glacian. How do y'all say your partner pair names? I don't really have a system, just what sounds good. I was doing like alphabetical, but it seems like Rebecc needs to come first since she's the primary focus of the deck. But anyway, I don't know. That's probably one of those things that I'm the only one in the world that cares about. You mess with this many decks, But that is 633. Done. I do appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so much. Try to keep rolling here because that's what it's all about. I've got some ground to make up. So what is this? 2 decks down. I've got 198 more this year. Anyway, thank y'all so much. But we're gonna shuffle and cut.